Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco.
I'm Chris.
And today is Wednesday, yet again, new comic book day. We have some awesome books to show you that we picked up this week. But before we get into it, a quick reminder, it's 700 subscribers, which we are getting very quickly to. We're giving away 4 awesome comics. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel.
I can only hold one book.
Leave a comment on this video. And then there you go. You'll be entered into the giveaway. Now, if you want additional chances, you want to increase your odds, all you have to do is comment on more of our videos. Every video you comment on is another chance to enter and to win.
She knocked over Pops.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with our Marvel books. We got a decent amount this week. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not as bad as it has been. The past couple of weeks have been pretty rough.
Yeah.
But we got to save some money this week. So starting off here with Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, number 2. Chris actually picked up the first one. And we decided to read that one, and then it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It is a 5-part miniseries. It is directly dealing with Devil's Reign, which is kind of strange. I don't think because this is the A cover. Like, they don't have a Devil's Reign title or anything on it. But yeah, if you're reading Devil's Reign, which I guess they figured if you're reading Daredevil and you're reading Devil's Reign, you'll probably pick up Daredevil Woman Without Fear, which, I guess makes sense. But still, I don't know. Maybe some people were like, I'm going to check out the event, but not check out, they haven't been reading Daredevil. You never know when new people are hopping in. And with that being said, I haven't been reading Daredevil, haven't been reading Devil's Reign, and can say,
Daredevil's really good. You should.
Yeah, but I feel like you can hop into this if you aren't caught up, though, and still enjoy it. Zdarsky's a great writer. There's a interesting villain. He's not even really like the main villain, but a fun little side villain in this. And the main villain is more interesting as well. Not a lot of Marvel books this week. Next up we have Savage Spider-Man, number 1. I picked up the fun Amazing Spider-Man 15 homage. Wait, Amazing Fantasy 15 homage. Yeah. Which I'm kind of iffy on homage covers because I feel like there's so many, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so done seeing them. But sometimes they're really fun. Like this one, obviously, is a completely different take on it, and it is Spider-Man, so homaging Spider-Man. But it's like, what about this crazy version of Spider-Man,
Crazy.
And then, like, I was a big fan of that Hulk one, that Nakayama Hulk, a few weeks back. But that was almost really just because Nakayama's just such a great artist. It's like he just did such a good job on it. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun. Did you read this one?
Yeah.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay at best.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
I might need to read,
I will say,
Non-Stop Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I guess in this one, how like sometimes they'll cross out names and whatever. So they put Savage over top of Nonstop here. So I didn't read Nonstop, we didn't read Nonstop. I don't know if something happens at the end of that or whatever that would lead up to this. I don't know. I will say there was a lot of fun covers on this one though. The Todd McFarlane Spider-Man homage was really cool.
I don't remember that one.
The one where he's like, you thought it was a different cover or a different homage number. You're like, oh, that homage, didn't you?
No.
No, I'm thinking of Logan. I'm sorry. Spider-Man number 1 though, right? The McFarlane Spider-Man.
Kind of where he's like on a crash. Yeah. He's got that creepy hand.
Yeah, there's an homage, or there's a Savage version of that, which was pretty fun. And then just some of the other covers were just cool looking. But this one, I saw this one and instantly I was like, okay, I gotta get that one. It's too funny. It's too good. And then the guy, he's rescuing, screaming and everything. So.
I mean, so is the Savage Spider-Man. He's also screaming.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, if it was mainly a cover buy.
He screams, for he does not know.
If number 2 doesn't have some really good fun covers like this one, or at least like this was a fun cover. So like I said, some of the other covers were like creepy and spooky looking, and it's like I probably would have picked up one of that if this wasn't a thing. So if the covers aren't good on 2, I probably won't pick it up. That's kind of where I'm at on that. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 8. Just grabbed one of these. It's the first appearance of not Goblin Queen, but Queen Goblin. First appearance, first cover appearance.
I thought it was Goblin Queen.
No, Goblin Queen is
someone else who's anything good?
Is the one Logan likes that barely's wearing any clothes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, X-Men person. But anyway, I don't know. Oh. So, whatever. I picked it up. We had a whole bunch of these, so if you can pick one up. It's a key or something. I don't know. I'm not reading Spider-Man, but that's our last Marvel book. We have, some Star Wars books. Starting here with Crimson Reign number 2. I picked up I don't know, the B cover, C cover, something like that, which I thought was pretty fun. Did you look at this one? Did you read this one?
Yeah. I did.
Okay, cool. I couldn't remember. I'm just making sure. I can't remember what you're caught up on and what you're not caught up. I thought it was a pretty sweet cover. There were a lot of good covers for this book, though.
It's funny, because I'm also reading War of the Bounty Hunters, like, every bit of it right now. And they literally just introduced Kira as, like, the Crimson Dawn's back.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm enjoying, and I'm really curious to see where this is heading to. Especially considering, like, what's going on in Book of Boba right now with the Pikes and everything.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if Kira is going to pop up at some point in the show or at some point in something else. I don't know. She definitely seems like she should be around, but I'm not
Unless she dies in Crimson Reign. Because isn't there point to kill the Emperor? Isn't that one of the things you're doing?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yes.
Which usually ends in death.
So, either she's around or she's dead. And this comic needs to let me know. So, and then moving on to High Republic number 14. I picked up the B cover on this, so I thought it was a pretty cool looking cover. And High Republic's been pretty good. Since issue, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something, High Republic's really been picking up.
I only read like maybe 3 issues in.
Yeah, and it's not, like, it's okay. The characters are cool, but like the villain sucks at the beginning. And once they beat the Drengir and move on to other things, it's so much more interesting. And I'm really curious because the next issue is the homage to number 1, except for the space station's exploding. Where's it at?
I can't see it.
Well, it's a spoiler. You don't need to see it anyway. There it is. But that's a pretty fun, and that's, again, a good homage because it's changing things up, and it has importance. Because I think it's pretty interesting in High Republic because, like, we're used to watching Jedi kill people, like, what were we talking about the other day? I can't remember. But, like Mace Windu has no issue, just like, I'll kill somebody.
I think it was Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan will just kill somebody.
Obi-Wan will just kill a dude.
Yeah, he's not worried about it.
Anakin, back when he was a Jedi, just straight up kill people.
Kill people all the time, no problem. However, in the High Republic, they don't kill anyone. Like, that's not, as far as from what I can tell, they're pretty strict on that rule. There is a no-kill policy. And I feel like
he just straight up kill people.
There's gonna be some divide here coming up soon, and I think bad things happen.
Is okay.
And this series,
that's gonna be the line by Yoda.
I'm surprised that you're not caught up on this series.
It's because I'm lazy.
As big of a fan of Alien as you are, Chris is not caught up on Alien. What are we on? Issue number 9?
9.
It's pretty good. It's I really like it.
I forgot where I left off to.
I'm excited every time this thing comes out. It's just super fun. I think it's a good story, and it's building up. I feel like it's.
You know where I left off on it, Marco? When I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I feel like they're building up different groups of people, and I assume they're gonna like kind of meet up. But I also don't exactly know how this arc is gonna end. And then we're only on the 2nd arc, so I might be overreaching a little bit. And it could be wrong, but who knows. And that's it for our technical Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Now on, and we didn't get any DCs this week. I almost picked up Monkey Prince, but I was like, eh. And then moving on to the indie stuff, we have crossover number 11. Super fantastic cover here. I almost said fantastical, which I guess works. But, yeah, Star Wars reference there. But pretty good book. I'm really enjoying it. I think the first 6 issues are good. 7 into 11 now, and presumably moving forward, are just really, really good. Like, I've been thoroughly enjoying this story. Big reveal, last page of the book. This series has been showing other characters from other, I think it's all been Image properties. I could be wrong. But there's been other characters showing up and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun. I don't really want to spoil them, because if you haven't read the series, they are fun when they do pop up. However, this is the biggest character they've introduced so far, and it's one that...
It's Godzilla. Haven't read it.
It's, no, Godzilla's IDW. Anyway, it's one that everyone should know. It's pretty shocking when I saw it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, other than the showing off other characters and stuff, very cool. Really enjoyed this book.
Specifically from Drunken Master.
Moving on to another amazing title. We have The Return. It's a great week for indies, by the way. Absolutely great week for indies. The Return of Nocterra number 7. I love this series. I think this is a great series.
Like the title. Return of Nocterra number 7.
Now this one was a little bit more of a setup because, it's a bit of a time jump and they're showing some new people and this and that or whatever. And there's, if you read the Blacktop Bill special, that was a lot of fun. And it was really able to just, jump in there and dive into the character because you were established to him, but now we're learning more and stuff. And that was a lot of fun. And this one, not quite as good, like I said. A little bit of setup, but it leaves off at a really interesting point. I did pick up, I think this was the B cover, maybe C cover, I don't remember, but it was one cool. I was kind of conflicted, and Chris was of no help to me. I picked out 3 of the covers. I was like, these are the 3 I like best. Which one do you think? And he's like, meh. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't really have an opinion on it.
So, moving on to Geiger, the 80-page giant special, or whatever they're calling it. I don't know. I picked up, again, I think this is a C cover, with Barney and the glowing man there in the back.
Giant size. I remember that from the paper.
Well, it says 80-page giant. Anyway,
the paper said giant size.
Anyway,
giant size.
So this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this, and it's basically a little trade here. Had several stories compacted into here, and you read the whole thing, right?
Everything but the one in cursive. I can't read cursive.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
It was super short. It was like 2 pages.
Yeah, I know, it was really short, but I could not read a word of it.
Really now?
Well, I could read some words, but like there are some words where I'm like, that could be anything.
I will say the one that was in cursive was irritating. Wait, let me see. Was that the one?
Because not everything was in cursive.
Okay, no, there was one. This one, I didn't care. I mean, the story was okay.
I don't know who was who. For like the longest time, they just threw names around.
Yeah, that's true. But there's one story in here where the artist just doesn't match the Geiger style, which Chris hasn't read Geiger, which I can say that, and I recommended it to him. I was like, I don't think you really need to read Geiger if you want to kind of check this one out anyway. Which Geiger's great. I mean, fairly simple plot, radioactive wasteland. Just if you've ever played Fallout, just kind of imagine that.
They even had two-headed animals in there.
Yeah, there's two-headed animals and giant insects and your typical nuclear wasteland stuff.
Like Fallout New Vegas.
Except we got the glowing man, and he's super cool.
I feel like this person... Is this Fallout New Vegas fanfiction, Marco?
Kind of.
It's got glowing people.
Yeah, it's all about Vegas.
It's got Vegas. It's got big animals, 2-headed animals.
And so basically what this is mostly all about, so you have your first story...
Funky little weirdos.
Your first story is about, what do they call him? The Red Coat. An immortal assassin.
That one seemed neat.
Who got his powers from a mystical George Washington. If that doesn't intrigue you, I don't know how to sell a comic book then.
I like Red Coat's attitude
about
the book.
Yeah, he was cool. He's going to be having his own series.
I might read that.
You need to check out Geiger too, because it's just all so good. It's all so good.
How many of them books out?
Only 6. There's only 6.
Yeah.
Well, 6, and then there was this. That's it. So So that's the first story. The second story is about how Glowing Man. I want to say Burning Man, which is.
I thought his name was Geiger.
Well, Geiger, yeah, he's Geiger the Glowing Man. But anyway, how Geiger found Barney. So this is a short little story. And again, it doesn't really matter if you read this first or Geiger first. It was just like a fun little entry. And then other than that, pretty much all of it is about the casinos in Vegas and the different people running them and how they're kind of showing the different operations and everything. And pretty much everybody's terrible people, right? Yeah. Other than Goldbeard.
Yeah, other than the Goldbeard.
Goldbeard seemed good.
Yeah, Goldbeard was like, your dad was good to me.
Yeah.
I can't say anything to spoil it, because, like, that's fun.
Yeah, other than him, everyone seemed kind of awful.
A little more confused on his, just because they threw names around everywhere. And
yeah, I'm trying to see the cursive one. Where was that one at?
I feel bad for the one hunter guy, though. Like, was it really, like, his fault that he was in that situation?
Yeah, but anyway, basically, pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Definitely, if you've been reading Geiger, definitely check it out. And I think even if you didn't read Geiger, maybe you're a little curious, give this a read. Check it out.
I think Waffles has been abandoned on my bed.
I don't know. Did you not push your chair up to the bed?
Maybe I didn't.
So we'll be quick here. We only got a couple more books anyway. So we have Basilisk number 7. Number 7. This is the cover B. I thought the cover B was fantastic looking here. And it's the last issue was cool because it was kind of setting things up, and then this is issue you get a bit of a payoff. I really enjoyed this issue. The story's been pretty awesome. You definitely get a bit more action in this issue, and it was really good. You being weird, Oreo?
When's she not being weird?
Up next, we have Echolands number 6. Yeah. Echolands number 6 again. Got the B cover. Super cool looking thing. And again, this is a horizontal book. All the art's like this. And it's... I mean, the story's okay. Story's fine. But the art's pretty incredible. This issue was a little dry compared to the rest. Not saying that the art was bad, but definitely didn't really have some of the wow factor that I've come to expect in this series. Again, not to say that anything was bad. Again, there's some gorgeous art in this book. I don't know if you can look at that giant full page there. Beautiful stuff. But not my favorite issue. I can't remember. I want to say 4 was my favorite so far. And then just a couple more. We have 9 Stones, number 6. A weird one. I really enjoy it. I don't really recommend it to people because it is super strange. I don't see this being most people's cup of tea. But if you're a little bit more adventurous, maybe check it out. And then the last one I picked up was Bonnier.
You gotta say it with a French accent. Bonnier.
I have no idea how this is supposed to be pronounced.
How do you say it, Oreo?
I picked up this cover specifically because I think it's a really good looking cover. Definitely has a lot of anime vibes to it. I think it looks really good. Story, not great. Will I be picking up another one? Probably not. Basically,
Waffles. She's
a fighter, but also has stinky armpits. And that's more or less the story. Oh, look, Waffles made it. After all that barking, you get to make an appearance in the video.
No, now Oreo's excited.
Look how red he is. Oh my goodness, you tangled in my hair. But anyway, those are the comics that we picked up this week. I would love to know what you're reading. If you're reading the same stuff, have different opinions, same opinions, whatever it is. I always love to talk about comics every week. If you have any questions about any books or this or that or whatever, hit me up. I respond to every comment. And also when you comment, it gives you a chance to win some free comics. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you next time.